Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Doki Doki Blue Skies, episode 42. That is such an amazing amount of episodes. 42 times we have played this game. That is outstanding. Oh no, it's the double click. I'm going to be in a bad mood this episode. 42. What happened last time? You might be asking yourself. And let me tell you, you can click on the history here. Once again, I'm really pulled out of a warm, comfortable snooze by the invasive blaring of my alarm on my phone. And that doesn't give us anything. So I will just tell us in human words, we ran after Yuri into the women's restroom, and Sayuri came with us. And it was just awkward and uncomfortable. And at this point, I don't know what's going to happen next, but I'm excited to find out, and I hope you are too. So I hope you are in a comfortable position. I hope you had a nice day. If you had a bad day, I'm sorry. I will give you a little smooch at the end of this episode. And let's get right into things. 42. Still have sleep. I fumble for the offending. Okay, already fucked up. Nice. I fumbled for the offending item and slammed the alarm off, but the damage has already been done. My brain wastes no time in reminding me of what happened yesterday, both during lunch and during the club meeting. Wonderful. Starting the day in a bad mood is perhaps the worst way to start it. Oh, it's Mom. Looking as beautiful as ever. That's all we have to say about that. Good morning. I give a non-committal grunt in reply. Mom looks up from her coffee with a look of surprise on her features. Good to see you as well, Markapi. I was going to say that in Mom's voice. I'm not a morning person, Mom. You know that. Unfortunately, not even Sayuri was really able to cheer me up yesterday after school. She really tried, but I just couldn't get Yuri off my mind. Mom is silent as she studies me. There's no way I'd be able to hide the fact that I'm in a bad mood, so I mentally prepare myself for a flurry of questions. An Oreo McFlurry of questions. You don't seem so chipper today. What's wrong, honey? Nothing. She sighs to herself. I can read you like a book, Markapi. It's Yuri, isn't it? What? How did... Just call it motherly intuition. What happened? Markapi, I can't help you unless you let me. I'm really not in the mood to delve into it. Maybe this is the mom route. If we're on the mom route, I wouldn't mind this actually. Her tone is gentle as she speaks. I understand that you're upset, but please don't bottle things up. Communication is the most important aspect of any Yeah, I'm well aware of that. I have to get going anyway. I don't want to be late. Snatching a piece of toast and ramming it into my mouth. That's not the first thing we ran into our mouth today. I head out of the kitchen, doing my best to avoid what I can only assume is a disappointed look on Mom's face. Aw, you're mean to Mom. That's not epic. Morning lessons are feeling like such a drag. I'm finding it harder and harder to concentrate. My mind keeps focusing on questions that I'd rather not be asked. Such as, have I caused irreversible damage with Yuri? We're not over, are we? I wince as I go over the things I said to her on Friday evening. Calling her arms an ugly mess. Yeah, that probably wasn't the best choice of words. But seeing her scratch herself like that, it was scary. Of course, I'd be more liable to panicking and saying something stupid. But the look on Yuri's face serves as a chilling reminder that boundaries were definitely crossed that day. The lunch bell rings. At least spending time with the girls might take my mind off it, if not for a little while. As I enter the club, I immediately notice that both Yuri and Malika aren't in. Shocking. Well, Malika is fairly hit or miss, given how busy her schedule is. But Yuri... The feeling that something is amiss starts to bubble up. Hey, Markapi. Hi. Just us today? Yeah, looks like it. Unless Monica shows up, which wouldn't surprise me. Neither of you have seen Yuri? Sayori exchanges looks with Natsuki. There's no denying the look of concern on both of their faces.
No, we thought you might know.
I shrug. Fat chance of that. You've seen how little she's been talking to me recently.
I've been worried about her ever since I saw her in the bathroom yesterday.
Natsuki narrows her eyes at me. Yeah, what's up with that? You never told us. Yeah, and I'm gonna keep it that way.
Anyway, guys, I think we should go and find her. What do you think? I know she said she wanted to be alone yesterday, but...
Yeah, let's do it. Come on. Hey, wait for me!
I'll take the girls' bathroom. Hey, Natsuki, do you want to check her homeroom?
Yeah, sure. I'll try the courtyard and the roof then. With our hastily made plans, we each set off for a separate destination. I don't think we've seen this artwork, this backdrop yet. It's a nice looking courtyard, a little fountain, some benches. That's pretty nice. Despite my best efforts, I'm not having any luck finding her, although this doesn't surprise me. To be honest, the only place I could imagine her being right now would be the girls' toilets. Trying to quell the disquiet, huh? Trying to quell the disquiet in my stomach, I head for the roof. Just as I thought, empty. With a heavy heart, I head back downstairs. Oh no, that music is not good, fellas. Any luck? Sayori shakes her head dejectedly.
Maybe she just didn't come in today.
Yeah, she didn't. One of her classmates told me. Markapi, couldn't you have just called her? You say that like she'd actually respond to me. Huh? Something real bad went down between you two, didn't it? I don't answer.
Don't worry, guys. She's probably just feeling sick or something. Yuri isn't the kind to skip school.
Sayori's right. Yuri isn't a truant by any means. Which either means she is ill, or... The lunch bell rings, but it sounds like it's a million miles away. Dimly, I'm aware of Sayori and Natsuki talking.
Anyway, I'll see you two at the club, okay?
Natsuki mutters something that I don't catch. Yeah. But I have no intention of sticking around for the rest of the school day, let alone the literature club meeting. We skipping school? Going straight to Yuri's house? Ooh, this is getting juicy. This is like a Carl's Jr. / Hardee's bacon western cheeseburger. Not sponsored, but you should go get yourself one. I hear they're quite juicy. I don't even know if I've ever had that. I don't even know if that's an actual menu item. Anyway, taking a deep breath, I knock on the front door. Please open, please open, please open. The seconds that pass by feel like hours. Nothing. Abandoning the diplomatic approach, I pound on the door much harder. Each knock reflects the desperation I'm feeling. Nothing. Disappointment and worry flare up, both as strong as the other. I restlessly pace on the spot, pondering my options. While breaking in is tempting, even I know that's way too over the top. I check my phone, knowing full well I won't have any messages or calls from her. I sure love being proven correct. It's only 13:18, so I can't go home yet. Mom would flip if she knew I was ditching school. I guess my best bet is just to sit tight for a couple of hours. Yeah, it's a pretty bad plan, but unfortunately, it's all I have right now. Oh, it got really dark. And yet, a few hours later, still no luck. My stomach gurgles, and I can really feel the stiffness in my joints from having sat down for so long. And of course, nothing from Yuri. I gaze towards the door. Who knows what Yuri's doing within? Well, if she's even inside. I could call the police and ask for a welfare check. See Seems a little drastic, though. Plus, if she's fine and doesn't want to talk, I'm pretty sure police intervention will make things even worse. That is, if they can get any worse. With a surge of anger, I smash on the door one more time. Much like with me kicking the wall, it achieves nothing except a white-hot pain in my fist. My stomach gurgles again, as a wave of bitter frustration rolls over me once more. I just wasted hours of my life for absolutely nothing. For a girlfriend who won't even speak to me. I shake my head. How did it come to this? Oh, wow. That was a short little episode, if you would call that space between transitions episodes. Perfect time for a drink break. Oh, wow. We never start these new days / new events as like immediately with the character. We're always usually in our room or something. Interesting. And Mom says,
Markapi.
What? Mom gestures to the toast I'm half-heartedly trying to eat.
You need to eat. You don't want to be late for school.
I'm not hungry. She sighs quietly.
I know you're upset, sweetheart, but you can't stay like this forever. I'm sure that whatever's going on between you and Yuri will get better.
I really hope so, Mom.
This is just the nature of teenage love, I'm afraid. Anyway, shouldn't you be going now?
I wearily look up at the clock. She's right. Yeah, I'll see you later then.
Bye, Markapi. Have a good day.
You know, I always wonder, is this leading us towards the good ending? Like, you know, we have to face all this adversity to get the good ending? Or is it just like bad until the ending? I'm kind of... I mean, that's what makes a good game, right? Suspense. You don't know what's going to happen. I'm just describing a good story right now. In spite of myself, I find myself walking towards Yuri's house. I know I'll likely just get ignored again, but a part of me tells me that I have to at least try. School can wait. And here we are. That dark red door. That dark red barrier that Yuri hides behind. Is that red? Again, I have my blue light filter on. That looks distinctly brown to me. I don't know. Or orange, maybe. Yuri! Here I am, calling out to a door. Trying to shake off how ridiculous this must look, I press on. Look, I know things aren't right between us. I nearly snort after I realize what I just said. That must have been the understatement of the century. But please, just talk to me. I'm worried about you, you know? Especially after I found you in the girls' bathroom. Please. Yuri, I know you're there. Well, I know you're home at least. Although there's no good chance that you're in your bedroom and I'm talking to no one at all. My voice cracks a bit with emotion. Yuri, I'm begging you. Please hear me. Please be okay. I just want you to be happy. Yuri. Nothing. I sigh and close my eyes, slumping down against the door. I was an idiot for thinking this would have gone any differently. The question is, do I commit an entire day to waiting here, or do I cut my losses and... The door. The soft sounds of a click, and the door slowly cracking, opening jolts. I don't know what I did there. The soft sound of a click and the door slowly cracking, opening, and the door slowly cracking open. It should be open. It shouldn't be opening. Okay, it wasn't me. And the door slowly cracking open jolts me to my feet. So it definitely wasn't me. Okay. First, Yuri citing this episode. Let's take a drink. Hot dog. Through the slightly ajar door, I can see a very unsure looking Yuri. For a moment, there's silence between us. A silence that actually feels very, very awkward. Can I come in? Wordlessly, she looks down, biting her lip. In my mind's eye, I can practically see her receding back behind her shell again. That shell that I thought I'd helped crack for good. Or we can just talk here if you're not comfortable letting me in. Honestly, I'll take whatever I can get at this point. At my words, Yuri nods and slowly swings the door open. I can hardly dare to believe she's even talking to me again. On paper, it sounds ridiculous. Who would internally celebrate talking to their girlfriend again? But after everything that's happened, it just goes to show the severity of the situation. So, nervously jamming my hands in my pockets, I struggle to get some words out of my mouth. Anything to break this awkward silence. So, the weather. Am I right, Yuri? This weather, it's crazy. But I don't even know where to start. There are so many things I feel like I should say. The weight of the argument feels like it's weighing even heavier on my shoulders right now. She's looking at me with an expression both expectant and sad. Neither of us know how to make the first move. How have you been? And of course, I open with such a stupid question.
I've been okay.
More silence. I see. Soka. That's good. It's almost laughable. She can really think that I'd believe she's been okay, right? She can't really think. Sorry, I fricked that up. Oh, and here it comes again. My damn sarcastic side. Markapi, you're going to have to make sure you don't accidentally snap at Yuri. Lord knows when the next time I'll get to talk to her will be. Funny how my emotions fluctuate so violently nowadays, at least when it comes to Yuri. From guilt and sadness to anger and frustration. My mind's been scrambled since our fight. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what to say. There's just so much we have to talk about that I don't know how to start.
Same here.
Yeah. Come on, Markapi, just talk to her. I just wish we could go back in time to how we used to be. Yuri, I miss being with you, and I'm so worried about you. Those happy times when we could just chit-chat and giggle over nothing. I'd give anything to go back to those times.
Well, at least you still have Sayori to do all that with.
Ooh. Oh my gosh. We might need some cream, some ointment for those burns. My goodness. Sayori, why are you bringing her into this? She's totally irrelevant to what's been going on between us.
Sorry, I'm just... What I meant to say was, regardless of what happens, you'll always be able to turn to her.
Yuri, I feel like you've already made up your mind about this. It seems as though you've resigned yourself to never changing and just breaking up. Please tell me I'm wrong.
It's hard to talk about these matters.
I know it's hard. You think I don't know that? But if we want to fix things, we have to talk.
I know.
If you know, then why have you been ignoring me for an entire week? Despite my best efforts to remain calm, I can feel my temper flaring up again. I just wanted to talk to you, to somehow solve our problems together. But how am I supposed to do that if you don't communicate with me? Our relationship can't be saved if it's just me working on it. How do you think it makes me feel? Look, I know that you have problems that are probably outside the realm of my comprehension. A hint of sarcasm begins to unwillingly creep into my words. But all this stuff is seriously affecting my own mental health too. My feelings aren't invalidated because you may have more difficult problems to deal with, right?
I never said that.
Yes, you might not intend to, But sometimes I feel like implications like that. Okay, sorry, I fucked up. But sometimes I feel like implications like that weigh down on me. So come on, Yuri. If I can talk about these things that I've never told anyone else before, why can't you? I. Okay. I know that you're probably unsure of what to say first. So how about we start with the argument? Could you tell me your side of it? What did I say that upset you so much? I feel like I'm being too aggressive now, but I can't help it. Yeah, it does feel that way, doesn't it? It's as though I have to get answers out of her while I can. You wouldn't understand. Have you not been listening to a thing I've said? How am I supposed to understand if you're not helping me to see your perspective? Markapi. She looks down, fiddling with a strand of her hair. I can't. You... what? I can't deal with all this right now. What are you talking about? If you can't even understand this, how am I supposed to explain why the things you said were hurtful? And again, with a lack of communication. Have you even heard yourself? Do you know how much you've been pushing me in this conversation? Look, sorry if I'm being kind of blunt right now, but what else am I supposed to do? I already tried giving you space and playing the good cop, so you can't blame me for trying to be more assertive this time. I wouldn't call this being assertive. No? Then what would you call this, huh? Yuri, just forget about social constraints and politeness for a moment. Even if your honest feelings are going to hurt me, I want to hear them. If you believe politeness is the only thing stopping me from talking, then you must not know me as well as you thought. Huh? But that's besides the point. Okay, but I'm serious when I say that you can lay it on me. Markapi, just tell me what you're thinking already. Can you stop attacking me for 1 second? Attacking? I'm sorry if it feels like I'm attacking you, but it's the only thing that seems to have worked so far. What do you want me to do then? Not say anything? I want you to do what you've been doing all along. That is, until our argument. But I clearly didn't make too big of a difference acting that way. All this time, I've been trying to gently nag at you to open up and go to therapy and to actually do something to fix your problems. But look at where we are now. So, now you finally show your true face. What? I should have known that no one could be that kind and patient towards me. All this time you've just been a fair-weather friend, or should I say boyfriend. What are you on about now? You can't handle our relationship unless everything is happy. Back then, you'd let me believe that you'd support me no matter what. Even when you knew I was just getting bullied. Even when you found out how much of a freak I am. Everything was just a lie, I guess. All you want to do is dump me at the therapist office to cure me. That's totally not what I was trying to say at all. And are you going to just forget about everything I've done out of love for you? I've helped you do things like deliver books at school countless times. like that's such a big fucking deal. Oh, piss off, Markapi. Not to mention all the times I helped you talk to cashiers and strangers. Oh, and don't forget about the phone calls I've made for you too. Every single time, I've tried to support you and have your back, even during the times when you were wrong. I've stood beside you through thick and thin. I've had to think up dozens of pep talks on the spot. All that just to help you feel better about everything. Yuri looks down, unable to meet my eyes anymore. Some emotion, guilt maybe, or shame, clouds the violet of her irises. And about all my talk of therapy, well, what else am I meant to do here? Do you really think that self-harm is something I'm experienced with? I only found out about your scars by accident. You haven't told the other girls or even your parents, so... Ooh, bringing up the parents. Nice, nice.
Markapi, do not talk about my parents.
It's kind of scary how I can almost tangibly feel Yuri's mood spike from bleak distress to anger. Still, I can't stop myself from pressing on. Why not? Don't forget, I comforted you about that too. And you know what? If you didn't communicate with them, if they couldn't even help you, how am I supposed to do that?
You know nothing about the relationship I had with them.
You know, you were right. I'm starting to believe that I don't know much about you either. I don't even know why our argument happened in the first place, or how this conversation turned into another argument. Scorn laces her voice as she snaps back at me.
You know some of my darkest secrets, yet you're still incessant and insisting you know nothing about me.
Yeah, I am. Because apparently nothing's changed since the very beginning. Our relationship is stagnant. All your problems are still running rampant. Our communication is in shambles. We're supposed to be talking about all this because it leads to solutions. Or at least, it's meant to do that. Take your self-harm. What would be your solution to that?
If you say therapy...
Yeah, it is therapy. But surprise, surprise, you don't want to try it.
Therapy isn't the magic fix that your naive, idealistic viewpoint leads you to think it is, Markapi.
I'm trying to push you to change for the better, Yuri. This is why we're never going to fix our problems. In fact, that's probably why we've been having fights lately. You barely talk about what's bothering you until it's way, way too late. You've adopted the worst way of dealing with your issues, and you just blatantly refuse to try a different method. How are you ever going to get better? Do you even want to get better? I'm starting to think you don't. You might not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like. Sorry, had to do that. You might not like it, but you're going to have to do stuff you don't like if you want to change. You can't stay a coddled little girl forever. When are you going to grow up and realize this? Man, I don't like all this Yuri abuse right now. This is not doing it for me. But it is juicy drama, so I will continue. There's a moment of silence for a moment. There's a moment of silence for a moment. Like, probably could have just omitted the last part there. Then suddenly, tears begin leaking out of Yuri's eyes. But despite the tears, there's a quiet fury in her voice.
You're not going to be the one to fix me.
She clenches her hands tightly into fist, digging her fingernails into her palms hard enough to turn her nails white.
Relationships aren't a cure-all, and it's about time you got that through your freaking head.
Sorry, my mom would be mad if I said the F word. I had to censor that. For a moment, I'm stunned into silence. I've never heard Yuri swear before. The magnitude of the intensity behind her words makes me realize just how serious the situation really is.
And if you think that, you're even more stupid than I thought.
Oh man, she called us dumb. Without waiting for my reaction, she slams the door in my face with surprising force. However, not even the loud slam of the door breaks me out of my stupor. How can we not get the bad ending at this point? As I what can we do to reconcile? I don't know if there's a solution. As I stand numbly on the doorstep and wait for my senses to slowly return, the hopelessness of the situation sinks in. I stare at the door, not even trying to fight off the waves of despair coursing through me. How is it possible that things got even worse? Yeah, that's my question. How is it possible that once more, I'm once again separated from Yuri by a physical barrier? The smooth brown hue of the door taunts me. I thought it was red last time. He clearly, in our narration, we were saying, oh, the red barrier between us, like describing the door. Now it's brown. I can't trust anyone. The media lies to us about the colors of Yuri's door. I will not stand for this. The more I miserably stare at it, the more it feels like some sort of impenetrable fortress. The shock of being thrown out and hearing Yuri swear, which blunted the anger I've been feeling, is quickly ebbing away, leaving only resentment in its wake. Yeah, that's right. Just close the door on me. Because that'll really fix your problems, won't it? Yeah, that's a good way to fix things. I bang furiously on the door once more, but this time there's complete silence. A silence that contrasts hugely against the whirlwind in my head. It's almost funny how someone so eloquent and expressive with her language is so god-awful at communicating, you know? Well, it'd be funny if it weren't so sad. With one last bang on the door, I turn on my heels and leave. Despite a sadistic part of me enjoying the verbal fury I just threw at her, there's no denying the bitter aftertaste of my words. Well, there's no point staying here. With an annoyed sigh, I remember that I'm meant to be at school, which means home is a no-go for now. Guess I'll have to kill some time. Oh, this is the place that Yuri took us. I don't know how I remember this. I guess it's just the most unique background so far in the game. But this is where, like, it wasn't really a date. It was more of just an outing between friends. And she said, oh yeah, my dad used to take me here. And it's pretty epic, and I come here to think. I don't know how I remember that, but that's pretty epic of me. This is a pretty long episode. I'm going to call it here, and we're going to get back into the juicy deets at a later date. It's going to be tomorrow. Spoiler alert. Okay, do me 4 favors. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, help me find a girlfriend, and bye-bye.